Welcome and welcome back to the Light Renegades. My name is Starr. Thank you so much for joining me today, everyone. To those that might be new, I was just starting at the beginning of this series, otherwise this might not make a lot of sense to you. However, today's message is a very potent message from Aleister Crowley, which we receive a fractal of the energy of their expression. And I've been grateful to be sitting with Aleister again. I very much feel it's in complete alignment for where I am right now, my soul's expression, and I think my expression of me moving forward, and it's definitely been brought to my attention so many aspects of why I'm truly here. And I want to say a lot of my work on the Light Renegades is now coming to a close because I'm reaching different aspects of my soul that aren't truly in pain anymore. So everything that I'm doing is starting to look very differently behind the scenes, and I'm grateful for Aleister stepping forward, and I'm seeing just how much of an integral part they've played in my whole entire lifespan. And it's interesting for me to truly see that play out in real time. And back in, I think I want to say 2011, 2012, I found myself in Hastings, which is where Aleister Crowley passed, and I had no idea about their soul at that time. I had no idea that I was connecting to their soul signature way back then, and I had a very interesting life from that moment in time forward, and now I can see the full expression of that being playing out in my lifetime, and everything that I've been guided towards, and perhaps in spaces that I just wasn't in true awareness of. And I think so many of you in the collective here, if you've been with us for the longest time, you are receiving those inspirations and aspects to truly see what you have been working with the entirety of your lives. And specifically in the past week, I've had a lot of people stepping forward and just starting to see the culmination of all of their lifetimes just be stacked up against each other, and having to see that which they were being played with over and over again, and having to face those soul aspects now. So if you would like to delve deeper into yourself and soul, please do not hesitate to reach out. I do tap into the Akashic Records, so I'll help you find those aspects that you might be at a loss with right now. But I'm going to just hop into the channel message from Aleister. This was channeled a couple of nights ago, and it's an incredibly lengthy one. I realized that they were really bated breath behind the scenes to share that which they know to be their truth. And so much of their life, I'm starting to see just how much of it was playing a true role, and how it's served up as this tapestry of life. But I'm not going to jump ahead. I'm going to let them share what they wish to speak. But a chanting from a few nights ago from Aleister was titled, "Where Are We Now?" And they started with, "Wow, it has been some time. Thank you all for your patience. The last time I left you all, we were embarking on aspects of yourself and soul in order to bring you into a state of utmost internal power. We shall continue with this trajectory for some time, as I share more of my personal secrets with you all. I'm here to shed some light on that which is actually happening right now within your world. That which you once knew is melting away, collapsing in on itself slowly, and for some, not so slowly at all. Have you reached a point in your life where all of a sudden you looked around and felt as though your entire world is falling apart? This is exactly what I am speaking of. I shall be talking politics today so that you understand really what is at play. I want to express to you all that nothing you see is real. No one is truly at war or fighting. Of course, you are all here witnessing so many go to war. Humanity is being sent to face and fight itself. Do you understand? All that has been going on for a very long time has been about lessening your numbers and creating space for them to have true control. There were many years I was wearing a mask. I was sent both sides of enemy lines to understand the truth. I was a pawn. I too was used to create a narrative that so many are still perpetuating. Can you see it now? The timelines, the ways in which you have been manipulated to believe a small existence. All of you here have been following this soul's expression, many different understandings. We are now pulling them all together so that you have the bigger picture. The music industry, fame, magic, religion, the devil or the darkness, the shadows, the demons, the monsters, they have all played a part in this tapestry of their reality. You have all been doing your own research behind the scenes. Can you see where none of this can truly make sense? It is always shifting. You are all creating aspects of your own reality at all times. This is what they play and plagued you with. Your inherent power is being used against you. Can you see it now, clearly? This is why we have created these pathways to lead you back to one singular path, and that is the path of self-love, healing, and unconditional communication with others. You all came here with specific tasks and aspects of your life you wish to experience. So many of you here also play a part of understanding you are not in conscious awareness of, and this is with true purpose. to know what to be to hinder. So if you are walking blind right now, please know that this is with purpose. I ask you be incredibly particular with that which you partaking in the coming weeks. So many of you are shedding, shifting into new ways of existing and being. You are ready to soar, and the old is being let go of, so please do not resist. This dear soul has spoken of not being able to let others go, things go, aspects go, and this does nothing more than harm you and others. We apologize for the tough love we are sharing today, but there is no more room for fear. This is about ultimate trust in oneself and soul. I did not listen to my soul. I played a role, and that left me in a sorry demise. I did not accept the love, and that also left me in a sorry state of loneliness. I have returned in this way to help you see and seek that which your soul is set here to do and shine. The knowledge I had was weak at its core, as I did not intend on actually receiving the answers that I asked for. Somewhere I was terrified. When you strip away the mask, you start to see the fear in others, and it is a natural state of expression when dealing with the unknown. Yet I am here, your teams of light are here to teach you how to move forward through fear and into love. We know that each lesson like this sounds like a stuck record, but the fastest way to heal is through love. The fastest way to achieve happiness is through love, and the fastest way to accept peace is truly through love. I'm here to share why my life was not based on love, and look where it got me. My work is a mastery, but also a shambles. I'm not ashamed to admit anymore, and my legacy is still truly a lie. You all know this by now. I've been a pawn to the overarching understandings. At my core, it is Masonry, it is Illuminati. It doesn't matter which word you use. The New World Order, it's all a play, and I took the stage without truly knowing it all, without truly knowing what I was doing. Do not be a pawn any longer. Listen to your heart and soul, and you shall never be steered wrong. That shall be all for today, but I look forward to returning, dear souls. Please do keep your chins up and look to the skies. The answers you seek are just beyond the clouds, I promise. All my love, Agro. And I was grateful to receive this channeling from Alistair, because it definitely came at a time when I really needed to be looking at myself and soul through the eye of a needle is what I want to share, and truly understanding where I was still continuing to play my role. I still had a lot of rage, a lot of upset in my heart, and I've been trying to let this go. I've been really trying to step into the seat of my soul and truly come from a state of unconditional love, and it's been difficult. You've all witnessed me here go through a lot of senses of betrayal, a lot of sense of distrust, a lot of senses of just losing myself over and over again to these darker aspects, these shadow aspects of myself, and that being played out in such huge ways over here, over on the Light Renegades. And I now see why my pathway took the turns that it did. Is because I was just mirroring back to some that which they were playing out without realizing it too, and those in the lives to come that may find this channel, may find these channelings, and I hope that it reaches those souls that it needs to just in time, and trusting that everyone is exactly where they are supposed to be. But what Alistair is bringing forward is that every bit of his work and research, I promise you, is still based within the ideas of Freemasonry and the Illuminati somewhere. And this is going to be my answer to everything moving forward. And I knew it to be the truth, but I think somewhere I was, fearful to say it out loud. And I realized that, this definitely puts a lot of my research to a complete halt, to a complete stop. And this idea of who the Freemasons are, who the Illuminati are, this is very much connecting to the reptilian order, and that's all just one and the same. It is not different. There are different aspects to it. There are different tendrils of that same darkness, that same strain of darkness, but it all leads back to this one understanding of this new world order, and it being very, very different from that which we want to be living. And if we start to live from the seat of the heart, then we start to understand just where this play and this darkness truly resides. And I want to say that there are going to be many, there has been many that have misperceived what I've been speaking of when I speak of the darkness, and it's because I didn't have a true sense of way to put it into words is what I want to share. But when I see something that I know is not here for the highest good of earth, of humanity, I just sense it. It comes with a stench to me. It literally turns my stomach. I just can't even look at it anymore, and it's hard to try and put this into words. So if you're talking in terms of light and shadow, and there always has to be shadow to be connected to the light, but there is this there is a strain of darkness, and it feels like a tension. It feels like it's just putrid. And this is when I know there is this corrupted darkness that is existing, and you can call it whatever you want, you can stick a label on whatever it is, but I promise you it is the same frequency, it's the same vibration. And I've just been seeing it and seeking it time and time again, and I was just thinking, what is going on? I didn't have an answer for it all. And even in terms of trying to research different aspects of all sorts of things, I've been deep in religion, I've been deep in all sorts of industries, and I just thought it's all coming back to this. It's just like a vibration of just chaos and just disgust and disruption that isn't helpful. So look out for that, everyone, and sidestep it where you can. Don't sink into it. And I promise you, you will be seeking it somewhere, because our soul signature has been taught to align with that vibration. I'm a 90s baby. I hit mind control 101. She was completely there. My whole life has been a spectrum of that. And looking back and combing back through the years, the decades, and it was quite shocking to me, actually, to realize just how much of my life was just being played and plagued by their way of living, and through the media, and through the rise of the internet and all of those things, and how if it wasn't plaguing me, it was plaguing people around me, and this was coming back to my table, and I was just absorbing all of this energy. This is what I came here to do, this is what I came here to fight. And now that I know it, I can put it down. I know the answers to my questions. It's all leading back to this space, this vibration, this frequency, name it whatever you want, but it's not here for our highest good. So keep stepping away from that which doesn't feel in alignment for you, and stop trying to save people from this either, because they have to save themselves. I had to step away. I had to walk away. Even in this space, I've had to put an aspect of this down, because I thought, I'm not helping anyone by just trying to pull everyone else into this expression, because you have to see it for yourself. You have to become aware of it for yourself. And some aren't just going to be aware of it this lifetime. And I was trying to fight these souls time and time again, and there was no point in doing that, I promise you. So where can you put the weight down? Alistair is stepping forward and talking about stepping into our full inherent power, and this is definitely something that I've been working on behind the scenes, and things that I will be sharing with you in the coming weeks, because it's a whole different vibration, it's a whole different frequency, and I promise you, 1515 on the clock, they're beautiful. It's a whole different expression of you, and it feels fearful to step into it. It feels like completely unknown territory. I just felt like I was in a desert at some point of this journey of the past couple of months, and I thought, wow, like, why does freedom feel so desolate? Why does freedom feel so just weird and like not comfortable? This is not what I was expecting. I was like, where's my sunshine? Where's my sparkles? And I realized that I was having to retrain myself, and this is something that I'm still just trying. These are baby steps for me in this new realm. I've been in the dark for so long, for so many lifetimes. Through the entirety of this lifetime, I would sit in the dark. I would sit under that weighted blanket of just pain and suffering, and somewhere I loved it. I promise you, somewhere my soul was just absolutely relishing in this sorrow and this pity and this victimhood. And this is what they are always trying to play and plague us with. So do not listen to it. I promise you, it's going to always feel strange to step towards the light, but you have to. And whatever that means to you, we're not talking holy, unholy here. We're not talking good or bad, but there is just this strain of energy that is putrid, and I just can't face it anymore. And I don't want to fight it anymore. So I'm creating spaces of light for me, of peace for me. I'm trying to stop this freedom from feeling desolate for me. I want to fill it with love and connection and abundance of life and the small things in life. I've always appreciated the small things of life. I'm letting my inner child play and lead. And this is what Alistair is speaking of. This is a true magic. This is a true alchemy. And this is what was missing from the entirety of his life's work. And I'm grateful to be able to feel into that vibration of what he's trying to say. So I hope that you all can sink into that too. But if you would like to delve into this a little bit deeper in your own personal soul's expression, please do not hesitate to reach out, because I promise you, I've been working this entire lifetime, so many lifetimes to lead up to this point, and I can help you. And I want to say, you have to be able to help yourself too. And I realized I was putting myself in a position of, I can help you like others can't help themselves. So this is a platform for you to catapult into a space of you doing your own research, a space of you doing your own self-healing. But if you hear something from me as it resonates with you, please do not hesitate to reach out. I'm not saying if you don't come to me, then you're not going to be able to heal yourself. That is not what I'm saying. But I know so many of you have been called to be speaking with me. I can feel it. I can feel the energy. And you still do not step forward. And it's because you are afraid of moving forward, of moving on. And I promise you, I have been in this expression. You've witnessed me be in this expression time and and time again here in the Light Renegades. I reached this peak, this pinnacle, and then something happens and it was sideswipe me straight back into the darkness. And it happened over the past couple of weeks, and I just thought, wow, this has really been something that I've been dealing with time and time again on this life path. And you have to pull yourself out of the dark, out of this thick, dense energy, and you have to step into what feels like isolation, what feels like this desert. But that desert, I promise you, is true freedom. And then you have to fill it. You have to go past that loneliness. You have to crawl past that feeling of I'm isolated and I'm alone. And then you have to start putting your soul signature into things. You have to start seeking happiness, because it's not until that point that you are going to start to be able to feel it. You have to accept, okay, this is where I am right now. Forget the past. It's done. I've gone through my lessons. What's a new path and play that I can step into? And that's what we are missing. That's what so many are missing on this path, is not stepping into this true authenticity, this true power. So stop seeking the past. Start seeking a new vibration, perhaps a completely different path for you. And this idea of chin up and look to the skies, I think, is something that is going to play out in the weeks to come, in the months to come, definitely in the years to come. And this has been something that I've just been sensing and feeling for a real long time that is to coming. And I was taken aback by this. I was in shock by this. And I'm not going to share it all yet. But so many of you, I think, are feeling into this vibration too. And I thought, wow, I just really didn't see this coming. And this is an expression of truly where it's going to really take us standing so much stronger in our true resolve, which is why I think all teams of light, all aspects are saying, come back to your soul signature now, because that which we are going to have to face in times to come is going to potentially rock some to their core. So your core is going to have to be strong so that you know who you are, so that when things happen outside of you, you can keep coming back to the seat of your true soul signature. And I'm going to keep banging on about this soul signature because it's something that we are now cultivating. The energies have been lighter, the vibrations have been lighter. There is so much going on. There is so much chaos in the world. There is so much war. There is so much fighting. I understand it. Alistair went on both sides of the territory, and I'm going to share a link in the description, which was something that I was feeling behind the scenes, and I just didn't have any way to bring it into full reality. And then someone put out a video and I was like, that's all the confirmation that I need. So I'm going to share that in the description if you want to kind of see where I've been in terms of researching Alistair. But he was put behind both sides of enemy lines, and he created a whole aspect that is connected to war. And yeah, it blew my mind, everyone. But to see the tapestry of all of this just be a culmination of this massive play for where we find ourselves right now. And on the Light Renegades, we've been working with such a synced timelines in order for us to be able to find these new spaces of peace, these new spaces of trajectory of light for us. So I hope that you have been sinking into those energies, and if you are being taken back to the past, you're not in the wrong expression. Please do not shame yourself there. I've been taken to the past time and time again. Specifically in the past week, it has been the densest that I felt again, and I thought, wow, okay, this is really here to help me get to the grips, to get to the bottom of the stories that I've been playing lifetime after lifetime. So if you are there, please know you're exactly where you're supposed to be, but try and find those spaces of light where you can and work through these energies. Don't just sit in them. Of course, we do have to sit in them and feel them, but what can you do to help yourself step out of that signature? And if you would like help in that space, please do not hesitate to reach out. It's exactly why I'm here. But I think that best be all for myself and Alistair today. There is still going to be more channelings from Alistair to come, and I'm not entirely sure what this is going to look like moving forward, everyone, because I've completely changed. I've completely changed in my soul signature and completely sidestepping that which I don't want to be experiencing. So I don't know how this is going to look for the Light Renegades moving forward, in all honesty, everyone. But I'm here for it, and I'm just ready to be stepping into more love and more reciprocity in my spaces and more light in my spaces. And I'm not sidestepping the dark, but I've seen it all. I know what the answers are. Every time I've come to a bit of research, I've hit the same wall time and time again. It's because all roads are leading to this new world order, and this is not what we want to be stepping into. So when you feel it, when you sense it, this putrid energy, just sidestep it. Say it's not for me. You don't have to fight it. Just keep maneuvering from this trickster energy. Keep saying, this is not for me. I only accept that which is in my highest good. I only accept that which is in my life that is going to help me propel forward. This is what it's about. It's all about growth. And of course, we're not going to always be able to sidestep all aspects of pain. That's not what I'm saying. This is not about toxic positivity, but there is this strain and a stench that goes with this frequency that is just so dense, and I just don't want to be experiencing it anymore. So anytime that I feel it, I think I've learned those lessons. I'm not falling into that trap again, and the same should be for you. But if you would like help in your spaces, navigating this energy, if you feel like you might be stuck in your path, if you feel like you've been taking the wrong path towards this darkness, that's okay. You were supposed to be there, but you get to decide, I want to step away from that now, and I will be able to assist you in that space with your teams of light. So don't hesitate to reach out. I feel like I keep saying this over and over again, and please know that this is not for me. This is for you. This is teams of light working working through me, trying to get you to the next phase of your life. I'm a point for you to catapult from, so that you can see the next aspects of you. Working with me helps you unlock a new sense of you so that you can move forward. That's exactly why I've been put here. I was just missing the mark so many times. So I'm just here to be a vessel that can be communing with your teams of light, perhaps at a deeper space that you can right now. Because when we're in our own darkness, we can't see the light. I promise you, and I've been there time and time again. I have to keep pulling myself out of this pit of this darkness, and sometimes I'm dipping right into it because that's where my work takes me. And I've been coming back time and time again. So I've been learning to be able to pull myself back from these spaces, and I've really been trying to alchemize this energy. And some of you are in those aspects too, and you're here to help others in that space too. So if you've been communing with the Light Renegades and you think, you know, this is perhaps reflecting anything in your life, I think there are going to be those that step towards you that you are then going to be able to help. And this is something that I will be mentioning in a few weeks' time. We're kind of not there yet, but this is definitely something that's been brought to my attention. So for those that might be feeling in that sense, you're not in the wrong expression. Continue to do your research, continue where you are, because you're going to be sent souls that you're already contracted to be in their lives to help them in the next phases of life too. But I think that's all for myself and Alistair today, but we'll be back real soon. Take care for now.